A California federal judge is now blocking the Trump administration from ending TPO or TPS, temporary protected status, for tens of thousands of immigrants, at least for now. Immigrants from Honduras, Nepal and Nicaragua will be allowed to stay in the U.S. until at least November. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez is here with more on this. Camilo, great to see you this
morning.
Friday. I was fascinated by this judge's decision. Help us how the judge got here. And also, I'm wondering if any of the judge's language jumped out to you about the thinking here.
Sure. This was really a striking ruling. This judge in California ruled that the decision by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to end the temporary protected status policies for migrants from Honduras, Nepal, and Nicaragua was motivated by racial animus, in her words, according to this order. And she cited statements by Secretary Noem that the judge said stereotyped the TPS program and its recipients, as well as immigrants, and linked them with criminality unfairly, according to the judge. She also said that the decisions by Secretary Noem to end these temporary humanitarian programs also were preordained and not based on country conditions in those nations, again, Nepal, Honduras, and Nicaragua, because what we have to understand is that the Trump administration, Errol, is arguing that these countries have fully recovered from the environmental disasters, an earthquake in Nepal and a hurricane in Honduras and Nicaragua back in the 90s that triggered and led to the creation of the TPS programs for their citizens. But the judge disagreed, and so this case will continue to be litigated in court. But this was a striking ruling from this judge in California.
And as you've explained many times, TPS is meant to protect immigrants to this country who come from nations where there are extenuating circumstances.
Like a war zone or an environmental disaster or another crisis.
And so sending them back, deporting them, may cause more harm than leaving them here. Now, what's interesting is some federal courts have blocked other terminations that the administration has made of TPS. This court is allowing it to continue for the Venezuelans, right? Or is that being...
No, so the Supreme Court actually allowed the administration to end the temporary protected status for Venezuelans, for more than 300,000 people from Venezuela. They have now lost their legal status and protections from deportation. So we should expect the administration to appeal this order related to people from Nepal, Honduras, and Nicaragua, and potentially get a stay of this ruling from a judge in California that would allow the administration to end these temporary protected status programs for these three countries.
And that means that rather than them being protected until at least November, there could be a sooner, let's say, exit date if the administration gets its way.
Yes, and that would lead to them losing their ability to work in the country lawfully, but importantly, it would also make them eligible for deportation. And as you know, the administration has promised to launch the largest deportation operation in American history. We're talking about 60,000 people from Nepal, Honduras, and Nicaragua.
All right, Camilo Montoya-Galvez, so much to keep track of, but it's important for so many people. We appreciate you being here. Great to see you today.